What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live. Each and every week we go live and we show you exactly how to do these deals, right? We Whether or not we teach you sales training, we teach you real estate training, we teach you how to scale your affiliate marketing business. Every week I'm committed to going live to teach you something that can take your business to the next level. I'm enjoying my night, Friday night here, um, right outside of downtown Baltimore, Maryland. If you can do me a favor and let me know exactly where you're watching from, that'd be greatly appreciated. I got an amazing presentation for you guys, um, and I hope that I can cover everything tonight and answer as many questions as possible. Uh, so, that being said, I'm going to share my screen. Let me know where you guys watching from. And let me know also, what are you struggling with? What some things that you feel like you need help with in your business? I remember when I first got started in real estate, there was nobody out here that was teaching and helping in the capacity that we are doing at Antoine Campbell Enterprise without something being attached to it. So I definitely want to give back and make sure that everybody's getting as much information as possible. Uh, do know that if you're using PropStream, they just got back to MLS information. That was a very big deal. I guess PropStream ended up writing the check that was necessary for the MLS to say, you know what, continue to use our information. Like I said, let me know where you guys are watching from, um, and put any questions that you have in the comments. If you need a virtual assistant, don't hesitate to text my phone ASAP to get you a VA. Right? So I'm gonna put that right here. Need callers text me 202 335 3322. Hope you guys have an amazing Friday. Need Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Let me share my screen. And do me a favor, guys. Share this YouTube video to a few Facebook groups or a few people that you feel like that can benefit from this tonight. So, uh, slash. So, like I said, this system is been taught by a new training system that we call the automated seller attraction system. I'm giving you a taste of what that is so you can take your business to the next level. What's up, Paul? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. What's up with it? Like I said, guys, do me a favor. Share this video to as many Facebook groups and as many people as possible to get the word out there. I'm teaching a lot of good information tonight. Let's rock and roll. So, tonight I'm going to teach you how to improve your marketing strategies and address opportunities that bring in more sellers so you can be able to do 0 to 5 deals a month. Right. So, what is the seller automated traction system? It's basically having a mindset, right? The moment you wake up, you need to be able to think about and understand what your focus should be and what you should not give up on, guys. The number one thing most people have an issue with is giving up on things really quickly because they don't have the skills and the mindset. Also, a winning formula, right? Putting together a winning formula so you can be able to get consistent deals in your business. And most importantly, a list. right? How to gather the best list in 2022 so you can be able to take your business to the next level, and ultimately software as well. So having a great software for your business, so you can be able to automate a lot of the stuff so you won't miss out on anything. Also, having virtual assistants, right? If you're going to have an automated seller attraction system, you need to have virtual assistants to be able to set up your cold callers for success. And most importantly, the paperwork. What paperwork are you sending to your prospects so that way you can be able to do more deals and do more deals quickly, sufficiently, and hassle free. So by the end of this training, guys, I'm going to promise you a few things. You're going to know how to talk to sellers. You're going to be able to use the COM calculator in order to come up with some type of ARV, and you're going to be able to improve your market strategies, right? And you're going to be able to address your opportunities in terms of the acquisition process. I'm going to give you some tips on how to be a better acquisition manager, because maybe you know how to get the leads, but you don't know how to close them. And that's why I see most people, they have multiple bottlenecks in their business that's stopping them from getting to the next level because they don't know how to fix the different bottlenecks. So one of the things I want to tell you is that results are not overnight in anything you do, whether that's, your wholesaling business, that's your merch, anything you do, shit takes time, guys. This business takes time. You're definitely going to need a team. And what I mean by a team, it don't necessarily mean hiring a bunch of VAs, guys. It's just mean key people that it takes to get a transaction from A to Z, right? So you're going to need a good real estate attorney or title company, right? You're going to need a good picture taker, somebody to go out and take pictures for you. You're going to need a good acquisition person, whether that's yourself or you go out and hire somebody. And then you're going to need a whole bunch of other small miscellaneous things. But as you grow and scale your business, you're going to come up with a solution how to achieve that. Also, you're going to need to be able to get good at generating leads. I'm going to come up with a training called Lead Professor, and it's going to teach you how to become a professor at generating high quality leads, right? This training is universal training. We're going to have this training set up where any business or any niche can take this same information and apply it. So if you're selling life insurance, if you're selling real estate agent, if you're a mortgage broker, uh, if you are a door-to-door salesperson, whatever, you're going to be able to thrive in this system. So, and lastly, you're going to need accountability partners. So, by showing up every week, just like I'm showing up, you're holding yourself accountable and learning more things that can be able to take your business to the next level. So, before we get started, guys, I want you to write down this. If you don't have a paper and pencil, no worries. Pull out your phone. If you don't have your phone, just take a mental note let's talk about your budget. People think that they can do this business with just hard work and that's it. But I'm here to tell you that you're going to need some type of money in order to really have a business. Now, you can have a hustle without money, but you definitely can't have a business without money. And I challenge anyone to challenge me on that. And I got a whole bunch of points to prove to them that you need to have money in order to run a business. Now, walk into the board room of Coca-Cola and say, you know what? We can sell Coca-Cola without any money, no marketing budget, no nothing, no employees, because we can work hard. And I guarantee you, everyone at the table will laugh your ass out the room. So ask yourself, before you spend 1 cent on this business, let's create a budget. How much do you have to spend monthly? You got to understand, guys, that sometimes it's going to take you from 30 to 120 days from a contract to actually getting a wire to your bank account. So how much do you have to spend monthly until your business start to actually make money? Also, how much you have to spend dictates the type of outbound marketing you can use, right? So if you only had $300 to spend, why would you waste that on SMS credits, right? So you guys got to start getting resourceful with the amount of money that you have, right? And then our VA is important to add to my business early. That's what I get most of my questions from. Can I add a VA to my business even if I don't close a deal? Yes, you can. And the reason is that VA is going to help you accelerate talking to as many people as possible by going through lists and providing you with people that's interested in offers, interested in selling. Imagine you by yourself calling, 300 people a day, and then by the time you talk to them, a few people may be interested in selling, but by the time they're interested in selling, you so mentally worn down from getting all the no's and get off my phone and kiss my ass that you don't have the mental capacity to have an articulate conversation to carry out the sales process to get a contract. So why do most people in this business fail, right? I took some time off this year to really get myself together because I got a whole bunch of other stuff I want to do outside of real estate. And this is the main reason, after working with thousands of investors over the last 3-4 years, whether it's through my training business or it's through my VA business, here's some things that I came up with. Most people are lazy, right? Their laziness getting in the way of their ability to do the work in order to see the results. Some people are too freaking cheap, right? They holding on to that penny so hard that Abraham Lincoln eyes is popping out his head on the penny. Also, some people think they can just run a YouTube university and stuff for videos like this to actually teach you a substance, to get trained. But unfortunately, a lot of the people that's on YouTube just giving you sound bites. They're not really going deep into what they're talking or teaching, so they're not properly trained. And most importantly, everybody's running their business like a side hustle. Oh, I call them back tomorrow. I call them back when I get a chance. I do this later. I wait till I get paid to add more, SMS credits to my system. Then I don't reply to nobody because I don't have no SMS credits. And next thing you know, your business is in progress and taking off to the next level. Like I said, if you're just joining, let me know where you're watching from. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's talk about the winning formula to putting deals together, right? So to get deals, guys, listen, you're going to need to have some type of formula. I learned this years ago that even in my other businesses, you have to have some type of winning formulas, right? People who can get it, out of their own mindset and just rise above the competition, they're going to be basically the ones that's closing deals, hitting targets, and improving their lives both professionally and personally, right? So here are the key points for the no loss deal strategy that most people don't understand, right? One, everybody talks about this, but this is important. One is great tonality, right? When your tone really doesn't match the energy of your pitch, it doesn't matter what you say. You already lost the person on the other end of the phone. So if I call somebody, hey, this is Antoine giving you a call, and they like, who is this? You got to match that energy, right? If you're talking and you don't sound certain and confident in what you got to say to that prospect, they're going to feel like you don't even believe in the stuff you're telling them, so they don't want no parts of it themselves. Also, connection and report. See, a lot of you guys, the reason why you're not getting people to convert to contracts is that you are so busy trying to make an offer that you haven't taken time to figure out who is Miss Susan, who is Mr. Parker, who is Mr. Paul, right? You're so busy just being so transactional that at the end of the day, you're not trying to figure out times to say, yo, you know what? This is exactly what I got going on. This is exactly what we can help you with. Our company specializes in this. I understand you're going through this, but this is what we can do to help you, right? And then talk to them. Say, hey, exactly what's going on with you? How's your day? If you understand and know that they're into gardening, right? We'll use gardening for example. They're into gardening, and you can look and see that they have a garden in the backyard through fostering. The next thing you know, you can bring that up. Hey, I see that you're interested in gardening. How do you get started in gardening? My uncle was a great gardener. He taught me about compost and all of this. What's your favorite recipe to make good compost to help these tomatoes, be right as ever? I mean, red as ever. Next thing you know, you're talking about something that only has nothing to do with your main objective because you're pulling back the layers, right? When you're talking to a stranger on the phone, most of the times they got their guards up like this. They're like, yo, who is this person? What do they want from me? And why are they trying to take something from me? So you got to show them that, hey, I am not interested in taking anything from you. I'm in fact interested in providing as much value in your life as possible. And it's my job to provide value. And this is how we want to do it. So once you understand that connection of rapport, then you move on to your sales process. Don't be so quick to make your offer and tell them about what you can do. Figure out their situation. Figure out what they need, why they need it, and what they need to do in order to get what they need. And that's exactly how you build rapport with people, right? So I see so many people get straight on the phone. Yeah, I can give you 50,000. Don't even understand that figure out how much they own their house. Then ask them, well, Mr. Seller, we know you owe 100,000 in house. You just said that. Taking that you owe 100,000 and after all expenses paid, what would you like to walk away with? Oh, I want to walk away with 30,000. So now you know for a fact that they need an offer close to 130 to even make this it make sense in their head. But you got to ask yourself, do that make sense for you? Right? So once you figure that part out, I'm telling you, you're going to be closing as many deals as you would like once you understand connection and rapport. Excuse me. Also, pulling out the seller's pain. You just can't ask them what's the main reason for selling anymore, guys. Right? You got to be able to talk to them, pull out their pain, and build more trust with them. Right? As you build more trust with them, literally, you're going to know exactly what you got to do and how to put the offer together in order to make sense for them. Right? Once you understand that, guys, I'm telling you, they're going to tell you exactly what you need to know as you build that rapport and you're having a genuine conversation. But if you're not building rapport with people and having genuine conversations with people, you're going to struggle to convert in your prospects. And most importantly, guys, the property condition. What is the condition of the property, right? You need to know exactly what's going on with the property. So ask them, hey, Mr. Seller, while I got you on the phone, is there any major renovations you made in the last 5 years to your kitchen, baths, or your roof? If they say I haven't touched my house since I owned it, then you understand that this house probably need a complete rehab in order to achieve the ARV you're chasing. So PropStream is a good tool to have. If you don't have PropStream, go to CEO929.com/PropStream and we'll hook you up with a 7-day free trial. And PropStream will show you previous pictures of comps that are sold for as is price as well as a fixed and fixed price. And then most importantly, you need to understand what are your company benefits, right? Write down a list of things your company can and can't do so that way you can add that to your stack offer, right? You need to identify your company benefits so that way you can have some type of offer to the seller, right? If you need to give them some type of cash advance, right? Maybe they need some type of moving expense. Some people say, yeah, I would love to sell my house, but the issue is I don't have the money to move. So you might pre-negotiate a seller lease back and then put that in a contract and create an addendum. What happens is when your buyers see all of that stuff, then they know exactly what they're taking on. Hey, Mr. Buyer, just so you know, we pre-negotiated a seller leave back. They're gonna stay for 2 months. We already told them we're gonna hold, 10% of their proceeds in escrow, blah blah blah. And that's exactly how you put a deal together. Remember, you are the middleman, right? You're not an agent or anything. You're just a person that's going into a situation with intent to close on it, negotiating as if it's your deal, and then passing off everything to the next person that wants to take over the contract in exchange for some type of fee, whether you call it an assignment fee, consultant fee, partnership, disbursement fee, or whatever that fee may be to you. You want to make sure that you have that fee written out based on your state's requirement, because each state is different when it comes to assignment fees. So, most importantly, this is an industry standard, and we use this as well. Great tonality plus pain plus property condition plus benefits equals a great offer. So, if you are lacking in one or two of them, most likely your offer isn't going to be as great, even if you feel like the numbers make sense. You got to make sure that the prospects are comfortable enough to move forward and sign an agreement with you based on having all this presented to them. So, get somebody sales training, get into somebody acquisition training. We offer that training that can show you this in detail. It's impossible to show you tonight because this is literally a 5-day training that we provide to our clients. Let's talk about finding the right market to target really quickly. So here's how you're going to gather the best list for you to target via PropStream. We use PropStream in our business. It's the best software possible. They buy a ton of data a month. They aggregate a lot of data, and they just have a bunch of filtering factors so you can find the best people. Look at PropStream as a bar, and you can go into the bar and there's a bunch of different liquors and mixes to go with it, and you literally can mix a bunch of different concoctions and come up with different results, right? So here's one of my favorite lists that we like to use: long-term owner plus 5 or more properties plus 2 open mortgages, right? Also, my second favorite list is high equity plus vacant plus 10-year ownership. If you use these two lists, especially right now, because a lot of people um, they're not really, court systems are not really processing foreclosures and things of that sort. So that's pretty much at a standstill. Um, these lists are more so long-term owners, landlords, small-time mom-and-pop type of landlords that may be interested in selling, that you still can find as motivated as the people that may be going through pre-foreclosure or divorce or things of that sort. Also, here's some KPIs that I want you guys to track if you want to get to 0 to 5 deals a month. You need to know how many leads that you got for the week, how many people you actually spoken to in this capacity. If you talk to 2,000 people, 500 people, how many people out of the people that you've spoken to made an appointment? And then out of the appointments, how many contracts was made from them appointments, right? And then you want to figure out a few other things. Total 30-day pipeline revenue, how much money you're making in the next 30 days forecasted out, as well as total revenue for the week, how much money is scheduled on your books to close, how many deals you got in contract scheduled to close for this week as well as for next week. Um, Here's something that we give out to our clients when they sign up with us through various trainers and stuff. It's a revenue goal chart that you can put and itemize different things so you'll know exactly how much return on investment you're making based on hiring VAs, paying for cold calling, paying for SMS credits, running Facebook ads, whatever you're doing, PPC, shit, if you're running radio ads, whatever you're doing, you need to take that into consideration so you can see how much money you're making. Um, Sorry, I didn't want to click on the actual revenue tracker. Let's talk about the right softwares. People say you don't need softwares. I'm here to tell you, if you're not using your softwares in your business in 2022, you're definitely putting yourself in a tight situation because you're doing a lot of manual work that you shouldn't be doing. One of my favorite softwares, we used to use Call Tools, but we recently switched from Call Tools about almost a year and a half ago to a software called IQ Dialer. It definitely it definitely. I'm sorry about that. Someone's texting me. It definitely it's cheaper. It's like half the price, as well as it's most efficient. We've seen a lot of glitches and bugs on call tools where some of the VAs say they couldn't hit people and the dialer was dialing but it wasn't ringing numbers and it was just a lot of glitchy stuff. And for that amount of money you're spending, you definitely want a flawless service. So we were spending close to $800 a month on that software, and I didn't feel like we was treated in the most proper way possible over there, especially when we was bringing them a ton of business. We was bringing them 20, 30 clients a month. I still felt like we wasn't treated like VIP. But it is what it is. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm just here to show you what's working for us and show you what we're using so that way you can make the decision that's best for you. Also, Deal Machine, if you're on a budget or even if you're not on a budget, Deal Machine is the most effective way to get high quality leads because when you're driving through these neighborhoods, most of these houses that you're putting in Deal Machine usually and typically don't show up on different lists, right? These are deals that most data aggregators can't get their hands on because it's something about that house that doesn't trigger a list, such as it's not in pre-foreclosure, they're not on the divorce list, they're not on the vacant list because they still get mail there and they pick up the mail. They're not on the code violation list because someone's still going over there cutting the grass. So some of this stuff, it don't filter out to list. So the only way to get the good quality properties is to get in your car maybe twice a week and drive for 2 hours a day and build your list. Especially if you can't afford to go scale and spend, $2,000-3,000 a month in skip tracing and pulling lists and all of that good stuff. This is definitely a good way to get going. You can go to CEO929.com/deal machine or CEO929.me/deal machine to sign up for a free trial. Prop String, definitely Prop String. Guys, if you're not using Prop String to pull lists and to run your comps and things of that sort, you're definitely doing it around CEO929.com/prop string or CEO929.me/prop string. And we'll hook you up with a 7-day free trial. Also, Easy Skip Tracing. EasySkipTracing.com is a tier 1 quality data where you can get a skip trace. You do it yourself manually. You upload your list. You can bulk skip trace and you can single skip trace on there. It's free to sign up. You pay as you go, and you won't be charged for results that's not found. And most importantly, guys, I want you guys to all go sign up for Prospect Vote. Prospect, Prospect, Vault, VAULT.io. Go sign up right now, ASAP. That's the software we're using to do all of our text messaging, as well as host all of our different websites and different campaigns that we're running for different markets that we're currently working. Also, you can add unlimited users and you can build custom websites. So if you want to build a subject to website or buy and hold type of website, or a note buying website or a land website, you can go in there and just tighten up the website, build these different websites so you can launch different Facebook ad campaigns, PPC campaigns, as well as a reference. So if someone asks how you legitimate, you can text them your website and feel good that that you can be Googleable. And you can these websites are come fully SEO optimized. So as long as you understand the meta and the keywords and all that stuff, you can rank on the first page in your different market. You can post blogs and stuff on these websites so that people can know that you're the real deal and they want to do business with you. People want to do business with people they like and people they can verify, right? So if someone can't Google your company or look up your company, or they don't have something that shows that you're legit. Let's say, for example, you just got a Gmail address, you have no website stuff. Most people are gonna say, "Well, how you investor going to buy a $200 house when you can't even afford a $10 GoDaddy domain?" Someone asks, who has the best skip tracing? Everyone's going to tell you they has the best skip tracing. All you got to do is to do a small sample, take a list of maybe 200-300 people, go to the top 3 people you think is the best, skip trace them, text and call, and see the different results you get, and go from there. I'm personally going to tell you Easy Skip because that's who I'm representing. But Easy Skip might not be as best for you compared to someone else. But like I said, if you want a software that you can just log in and skip your stuff and it be done quickly, and you want good quality data, get Easy Skip a shot and see if you like it. And if you don't like it, move on to the next thing. That's what I tell people. I'm not here to sell you any of this stuff. I'm just here to show you and open your eyes so you'll know exactly the type of stuff and things that you should be getting yourself into and what to look out for. Let's get into virtual assistants. People always ask me questions about virtual assistants. Let's cover that really quickly. Uh, if you want to be successful with virtual assistant, first and foremost, you need to give them a reliable list that has been skip traced thoroughly, right? Having the right data available can be provide insight that will help you in negotiating the best deals for yourself. So making sure that you're finding the right deals is essential for real estate investing, and bulk skip tracing, that makes things a whole lot easier, right? That makes things a whole lot easier. So, um, for virtual assistants, here's some a starter pack tools that you're going to need to manage most virtual assistants, whether you're hiring for text messages or SMS management. You're going to need IQ Dialer for cold calling. You're going to need Prospect Vault. We don't use Smart Contact anymore, so don't worry about that. We replace Smart Contact with Prospect Vault. You get text messages for like a 1.5 cents, and most importantly, Hubstaff, so you can barely track their hours and monitor their productivity to making sure that they're doing the things that you're actually paying them to do. So if you want to really check their productivity when hiring a VA for the first time, you can certainly justify your desires to want to use softwares like hubstaff.com to track their time. Also, like I said, see what activity logs that they have, see what websites they've been on, and then to take screenshots on regular interviews to making sure that they're actually doing the work and nothing else, guys. So here's the best productivity and employee time tracking apps that I personally test that I like. Hubstaff being number 1, Time Doctor being number 2, and Desk Time being number 3. Most importantly, the reason why some people struggle with uh, their VAs is because they don't take the time to monitor the actual calls, right? You got to make sure that you're monitoring the calls, right? If you're curious about the quality of your VA performance, right, monitor them calls on a regular basis. You don't have to literally like listen to every single call. I call this the Coca-Cola effect, right? The Coca-Cola effect is when they go to test the quality of the sodas they're manufacturing and producing, they don't go pick up 10 sodas back to back. They go to the line and they go pick up one soda here. They count 40 sodas go past them. They pick up another soda. They count 60 sodas go past them. They pick up another soda. They take them 3 sodas and they drink them and test them. And ideally, these sodas should display and have the same consistency. And if they don't, then the quality assurance will talk to the factory manager to say, listen, this isn't right. Sometimes they may pull that whole batch of sodas and say, yo, we're not sending this out because this isn't the Coca-Cola standard. That's the same exact thing you should be doing in your business when you're listening to the cold calls. Listen, this is not the way that we ask questions. This is not the way we prospect. This is not the way we qualify. This is the way we do it. And when you come up with that standard in your business, you're going to get more qualified leads sent over to you from your cold callers and your SMS people that you and your acquisition people can take down and actually get convert to contracts. So making sure that that you actually understand this concept, we call it the Coca-Cola effect. I'm telling you, you're going to get way more quality hot leads if you take the time to listen to the calls. But I know you may be asking yourself, hey Antoine, um, what do you do? What do you do if you can't consistently listen to calls? Make time. You can listen to. Let me tell you a secret. Everybody spends about 45 minutes a day on the toilet. I know it's a little too personal, but bring your phone on the toilet while you're shitting and listen to calls. Everybody spends about 30, 40 minutes a day in the car going back and forth to different places. Bring your phone in the car, put the Bluetooth on, and then listen to the calls. There's no excuses. When you hang around me, yo, I'm very minimum on excuses that I know for a fact that shouldn't be excuses, right? Let me answer a few questions. Paul asked me, uh, can I get a VA after I close my first deal? You can literally get a VA right now. If you can financially afford it, get your VA right now. If you got good credit, put that shit on your credit card. You know, if you believe in yourself that much, you're never gonna let anything slow you down and stop you from progressing in your business, right? Also, I definitely recommend that you do have at least 3 months of reserves. So add all your expenses up and times it by three, and that's what you should have. Now, that's to show consistency because that's what I usually see it takes for somebody from start to finish to get at least one contract from working hard all day, every day. Now, you can't be calling every other day these leads. You got to be every day working. See, this business thrives on consistency. If you're not consistent, it's going to tell on you based on the results you'll get. Also, we teach this stuff in the VA mastery system. We're one of the first people to create a course strictly for training and scaling with VAs, right? Prepare you for a coaching session, right? You need to be coaching your VAs, listening to your calls, not just listen to the calls and you motherfucker, you don't know what you're doing. Like that's not going to make your team better. Real leaders understand how to take and encourage, motivate, and train and provide good quality resources to their other team members so they can thrive in their business. So when you're having a coaching meeting, make sure you have a clear agenda for the coaching. Why are you talking to them? Is it because of the way that they're picking up the phone? Is it because of the way how they end the call? They're not pushing for a referral. Why are you talking to them? Right? Make sure you let your VA talk more to identify the root cause. Right? What is the root cause of the situation? If you blah 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 beating yourself on the chest about how good you are, and you don't give your VA enough time to let them give you feedback of what's going on, you can't properly assess the situation. And then advise the VAs about the follow through sessions, right? Let them know, listen, this is not the end of what we talked about. I want to meet with you next week to see where we at with things. And then to end the session, make sure that you always get a commitment from the VA. What are you going to do to make sure you do a job better? What are you going to do to make sure this doesn't happen again? And get that commitment from them. And like I said, have that follow through session. Revisit previous coaching sessions and assess whether the action plans were properly executed. So if you gave an action plan how to get to the next level, make sure that it was properly executed, right? If it's still not being properly executed, then next time when you take administrative action against your team, whether you terminate them, you suspend them, or you demote them, or you, like I said, get rid of them. You know, it's okay to fire people. I've been fired before, and I'm pretty sure everybody on here watching been fired at some point in their life. So it's okay to get rid of people if they don't work out. Let's talk about managing the paperwork really quickly. Everybody should use a simple 2-page agreement. Unless you're a realtor, then you can justify why you want to use a 17-page agreement. But when you agree that if you had a person that was interested in selling, and when it was time to send them the actual agreement to sign, if it was 23 pages long, it would literally put the sales process at a halt. It will stop and people be like, you know what? Let me take this to my lawyer. Let me look over this with my wife. Let me talk about this with my children. But if you give them a simple 2-page agreement, right? Look at this 2-page agreement we got right here. A 2-page agreement, only thing it's going to highlight is the address, who is doing business, the seller and the buyer, the purchase price, what is the agreed purchase price, the earnest money, the closing date, and the attorney or title company that's handling it. And then a few other provisions and paragraphs that protect you as a wholesaler, but it shouldn't be nothing that they couldn't read in 10 minutes or less. So then you can say, Mr. Seller, honestly, this is the most simplest agreement. It only takes you about 5 minutes to read it. It's basically showing you exactly what we agreed to purchase and what, when we close and all of that stuff. And usually when they see simplicity, it's easy for them to move forward in the next part of whatever the sales cycle that you have them in. Let's talk about the acquisition process really quickly, right? The acquisition process is the act of actually acquiring a deal or a contract. Making sure that you have this process is really important because that's how a lot of people can't get a deal closed because they did everything from all the way now into the acquisition process. They literally, I'm sorry guys, these bullets irritate me. They literally and listen, and if you feel like I'm giving you value tonight, do me a favor in the comments and drop some fire emojis, some money bag signs, some rocket ships taking off. Drop some positive emojis so I know for a fact what I'm doing is actually being effective. If you feel like this information is going to help you change your business, drop that in the comments for me, and that would be really appreciated so I can make sure that I'm actually teaching and providing you good information. Like I said, every Thursday or Friday night, we're going to be teaching you different subjects. Next week will be affiliate marketing. So if you want to make money doing affiliate marketing, I want to teach and show you exactly how we made over 6 figures a year doing affiliate marketing. So what is the acquisition process? Some people don't even know this, and they in real estate, which is mind-boggling. But I'm not here to pick on no one. I'm here to educate. As soon as the cold caller or the SMS person sends the leads to the acquisition manager, the prospect needs to be followed up within the first 24 hours. Example, if you get a lead come in that's considered a warm or a hot lead, you should call them back within the first 24 hours. So, example, if I got a lead came in right now, 9:24 Eastern Standard Time, I need to call them by tomorrow before 9 o'clock, right? So that way I can still be fresh in their mind. They know exactly who I am. So this is something that most people get wrong. They don't understand the underwriting process. As a wholesaler, you should have your own underwriting process, and you should know how to underwrite deals, right? Now, some real estate businesses, they have a dedicated underwriter who basically say, this is what we could pay for this house. Call them and get them an offer. Some people make the acquisition people do it. Everybody's business is different, but there's still a standard process and how much you are valuing properties and what you think properties are worth and how much you can offer on a property, right? So the underwriter will use the information, upload it to the CIM, and do market research and comps, and then come up with a fair purchase price, right? Also, you need to know what the estimation cost would be and the after repair value. So each city and each state has a different construction costs, rehab costs. So guys, start getting familiar with that, right? The easiest thing to do is to find 5 properties that you can verify as a fix and flip, and then go into PropStream and deduct the purchase price from the mortgage amount, and that equals typically the construction draw or the construction cost. Then you want to divide that construction cost by the square footage of the property, and that's typically the price per square footage. And if you really want to be savvy about it, you do that 5 times, and then you divide that. I think you times it by 5, divided by 5. Don't give me lying. I'm not in front of my calculator. You times that by 5, and you get your average, and that's your average price per square footage for that area or that market. You should do that. That's your homework, guys. Do that for every area you're cold calling and working. So that way, when you're using these different calculators that people like myself will provide you, once you come to our trainings, you'll know exactly how much you should be offering for a property. Remember, as a wholesaler, it's not your job to be 100% accurate. It's not your job to know everything. It's your job to, when you present an offer to a potential buyer, it makes sense to them. Example, if you present an offer to a buyer and your numbers are off by 90,000, they're never going to take you serious. They're never even going to answer the phone for you again. But if you present an offer to a buyer, and then the difference between you and them is off by 1,800, 2,500, 3,000, 4,000, you guys can kind of work together to make that happen. Maybe that's you taking a little less on your assignment fee. Maybe that's them taking a little less on their fucking rehab profit. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're in the ballpark, and then people feel like, oh yeah, every time he sent me a deal, that should be solid. I just can't, see eye to eye with him because he always sells to someone else besides me because I'm the cheaper investor. Also, understanding ARV. Some people don't even know this basic stuff. ARV means the after repair value. Means this is how much the house is worth in its entirety if it's fully fixed up to its potential. Maybe that's putting new baths, new kitchens, new windows. I don't know. It all depends on your market. Some markets, they can get maximum ARV by just doing carpet paint and repainting the driveway a different asphalt color. Um, it could be changing the fireplace out. It could be simple things. It can be upgrading the plumbing. Like it depends on your market. So what I would suggest, wherever you're working at, doing deals at, understand your market, right? If you have time, if you're not virtually and you're local, oh shit, this big ass spider. Sorry guys, there's a spider crawling on my laptop. I am on top of the roof, so you're gonna see a lot of wild stuff. So understanding the market, take time to go to the open houses to take pictures to see what stuff costs. Meet with realtors, talk to other investors. Hey, can I walk your properties? Can I get an idea of what you spent on this? So when it's your turn to start to lock up stuff, you can lock up stuff at a price that makes sense for everybody. So, like I said, why do you need to know the ARV? For one, you need to know the ARV to have confidence in your purchase decision. How many times you seen somebody on Facebook, yeah, man, I locked up my first deal. Then you get 400 likes to say congratulations, and then a week later you say, hey, what happened to that deal? Oh man, I locked it up for too much. So you need to have confidence in the purchase decision or the commitment price that you're getting from that seller, and you're getting a contract locked up. Then you need to know how much the profit is. You need to know, okay, when you're talking to an investor, yeah, man, it's about 90,000 left in it if you do it, the rehab the way you usually do it. So when you start to talk to them, having this personal relationship, most investors not even going to go behind you and check your numbers. They just going to eyeball and say, oh yeah, I take this, because they respect you, understand you know your stuff, right? And then in most of the markets, not all markets, you can use the 70% rule to understand what the maximum purchase price is. Now, some markets, they teach you guys how to go out here and see what investors are buying things at. But I'm here to tell you, 85% of investors are getting money from somebody, even if they're saying it's cash. And that somebody who's giving them money has an underwriting criteria of what they're willing to give them versus what the property is worth. And typically that's around, 65, 70%, 75, 80%. All depends on your market. But everybody has somebody got to answer to. And there's no investor that's willing to give somebody, yeah, give me 300,000, the house worth 300,000. No one's doing that. So everybody has a criteria they have to follow, even if they don't admit it. That's just what it is. Also, you need to understand your script. I'm not going to bore you guys with this script. I'm not even going to read it. But the script is for framework purposes. It's to help and show you how to be able to, get your message across, while you're on the phone with them. So, the majority of your opening scripts is to cover a few basic things. The condition of the property. You want to know what the condition of the property is, right? And then you want to know the time frame, how long they're going to sell, right? And then their reason for selling and their asking price. So that's usually your opening script. And then you're usually going to end the call right there, and then you're going to call back again, right? And then you want to be able to identify the prospect's pain, and then use that pain to make your offer, guys. So you can either run the comps on the phone, or you can call back within 10 or 15 minutes with their offer. I like to call back in 10 or 15 minutes because I want people to feel like, he took his time and he's trying to find the best comps possible for their property. Freaking Baltimore. He's trying to find the best comps possible for the property to get you the best offer. When I talk to my prospects, the first thing I say, hey, it's my job to get you the best offer possible, as well as make our investors as much money as possible, so it could be a win-win situation for everybody. That's what I tell people. Now, that's just showing my intent and the reason why I'm calling, so they won't feel like, yo, this guy's trying to steal my house from me or take my house. We don't operate like that. So, like I said, a CMA is just comps, guys. Right? Comps is just basically the estimate of the home's value based on shit that recently sold, similar properties in the immediate area, usually on the same block, within a quarter mile. If it's in a city area like this, like behind me, Baltimore, you want to be looking for properties on the same block right here. You don't want to go 3 miles over that way, because 3 miles over that way is a whole nother neighborhood, it's a whole nother price point, it's a whole nother, subdivision. So you want to stick on the same block, same side of the street as possible, same year built, right? And then it's this 10% rule. You don't want to be comping properties that's 10 years older than the property you're looking at, or 10 years younger than the property you're looking at. So, for example, if you got a deal that you're looking at that's built in 1970, you don't want to go past 1980 or no lower than 1960, ideally. I learned this stuff because I used to do a lot of fix and flips, and I asked the appraisers how they go about finding comps. And once I figured that method out, I became nice with finding quality deals. And most of my lenders, hard money lenders, private lenders, they never really told me no, because when I came at them correctly because I understood comps. So, like I said, we use this calculator. If you ever a part of acquisition training, we'll show you exactly how to use this calculator. I'm not going to explain this calculator tonight because it's going to confuse a lot of people. If you want this calculator, join me on my acquisition training. Text me right now, 202-335-3322. We have an acquisition training, I think this Monday. We usually do it once a month just for all of our internal clients. They usually want us to train their VAs or train them to how to close deals. And that program been going on for 2 years, and people really seeing a lot of success with it. I gotta start getting good at actually posting my success stories with my clients, but I just like to keep them humble and keep shit private, because I don't want them to feel like, oh man, I'm crushing it, when you're only doing 2 to 3 deals a month. So my whole point is this calculator will literally change your business once we show you how to use it. So, um, negotiate, right? You need to make sure that you know how to negotiate. Sometimes the sellers are not going to accept your offer, your initial offer. Sometimes you didn't make your offer clear enough, and you didn't stack up the benefits of your offer, such as letting them stay for extra 2 months, giving them a moving credit, hiring movers to help them move. Like stuff like that should be stacked in once you get that offer, right? And then once you get the contract and you find a buyer, you want to send the buyer the contract. Now, here's the secret sauce. I'm giving away too much information tonight, but fuck it. Um, when you send over a assignment contract to a buyer, never sign your name first. Send over the assignment contract. Explain to them the contract will be valid once you receive the MD into your titles attorney account. What you want to do is attach the wire instruction or drop off payment instructions to your buyer. Once you confirm with your title attorney or your attorney that the MD was dropped off, then you go back into DocuSign, you sign your proportion, and then you submit that to title. Because what happens is, let's say for example they bullshit you for 2-3 days, you can start taking on backup offers, and then it's the first, and then you let them know in disclosure. The first person who puts their AMD at escrow, along with the signed assignment agreement, will get the deal. It ain't no favors over here. It's whoever drop off that money first will get the deal. So if we confirm that Antoine put his $10,000 in escrow today, okay, I'm going to sign that assignment agreement and send over to the title company and say, hey, we decided not to execute our contract, but we signed our rights to blah, blah, blah for blah, blah, blah. Here's the paperwork. Here you go. And typically, it's usually a smooth transaction after that. And also, make sure all the owners are listed on your contracts, so that way won't be no discrepancy. So if you're in prop string, see two people in prop string, make sure you get two signatures. So let's talk about the proper mindset. Right, mindsets, right? You need to make sure that you have good habits, right? Calling people all the time, coming to work every day. Make the real money is in callbacks. So if you get a person say, yeah, call me back tomorrow, call me back next week, call them back tomorrow, next week. I'm telling you, 80% of the money you make in any business, I don't care what business you're in, it's going to boil down to your ability to do callbacks and follow-ups. So the money's made on the callbacks and the follow-ups. Make sure that you have your tasks written out. You can use a bunch of different task manager apps in your phone to make sure that you stay on track of your tasks. Whether that's you send out contracts, that's you following up with the title people, that's you touching bases with your seller. Listen, you should touch bases with your sellers twice a week once you get the contract signed, just to make sure things are going good. Actually, three times. Um, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You want to do it at the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, and the end of the week. You want to rotate that all the way into the day of closing. And even at the closing, the day of closing, that's when you really should be talking to people twice a day until everybody sign. And then you want to follow with the title attorney a couple of times until they let you know that they sent out that wire or your check ready to be picked up. Some people still actually pick up checks. Also, keep your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. The easiest thing to do is not execute or do the things you say you're going to do, and now one of the parties in the agreement don't want to move forward because they feel like you played them. And most importantly, guys, invest in yourself. Make sure that you continue to come on trainings like this. Make sure you continue to buy real estate training. Make sure you continue to go to events. Make sure you continue to study YouTube. Make sure you continue to listen to audiobooks. I'm telling you, it's good for your mind to continue to invest in yourself. The best investment you can make is in yourself. There's no other investment that's going to pay you dividends like investing in yourself. I can promise you that. I'm always investing in myself. So more power to you. Thank you guys so much. Listen, we're gonna do Q&A for about 3 good minutes. Anybody with questions from tonight or just in general, drop your questions. Uh, if you're not signed up for the VA Mastery, get signed up. If you're not signed up for our programs, if you want leads to come to your phone automatically without cold calling, hiring VAs, all that stuff, reach out to me. I'm doing a beta pricing right now for this new program that we're putting out. I definitely want some people on there. It's not cheap, because high level stuff costs high level money. So if you want to be a part of that, reach out to us. But Quincy, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the fire emojis. My man Jay White, appreciate you, brother. Much respect to you and everybody that's on this thing, man. I appreciate you. Jessica, appreciate you for staying on tonight and investing in yourself. Hopefully this training will you can, even if you get training and you add that to your business, I'm telling you, one little thing, it only takes one play, guys. It only takes one play to change everything you got going on. And when you understand that and you actually practice that and say, yo, this one play is going to change the dynamic of what I'm doing in my business, I promise you, you will see results that you can never imagine. Jay White said, we'll be getting a VA mastery soon. Listen, brother, get it. If you got a credit card, put that shit on your credit card. The sooner you get to where you're trying to go, the quicker you see the results. That's the one thing I learned 3 years ago is the sooner I put myself in a situation and get to where I'm trying to go, the quicker I can see the results, right? When you take your time, when you wait on things, when you drag your feet and take your time, you usually pay more. You usually pay more, even if it's the actual thing that you're trying to pay for isn't more, you pay more by not getting the results quick enough, not being able to have extra money. You're like, literally, you pay more. That's all I'm going to tell you. Where do you find the VA Mastery course? Text that phone number, 202-335-3322. Text me right now. That's my personal number. Text me, say, yo, I seen you on YouTube tonight. I want to know more information about the VA Mastery. If you're serious and not curious, then I'll get on the phone with you and explain to you exactly what the VA Mastery is, send you over an invoice, get you signed up, and put you a part of our program. We meet every other Thursday. We talk about a lot of stuff. We have ongoing trainings where we do exclusive trainings. We only invite our VA Mastery clients. We have over 2,000 people in the VA Mastery program. I'm definitely going to do an update, and it's going to be a great thing. We're really about to take the VA Mastery and make it like a global thing. Like there's a lot of clients that reach out to me in Australia and the UK that's really trying to get VAs to take their business to the next level, and I'm going to show them exactly how to set all that up. Any more questions before we get out of here? Also, like I said, continue to invest in yourself, study, follow up consistently, guys. Push forward in your business and do the things, do the right thing, even if nobody's watching you. So if you feel like, yo, I'm sick and tired, I can't I can't make calls today. I don't feel good. I gotta watch my daughter or I gotta go to the mall. Like, yo, find time to make your calls. I'm telling you, real estate is about being at the right place at the right time. The best deals you ever gonna find is just about calling. You can call somebody and this person told you, um, no, I'm good for 6 months straight. And during that 7 months you call them, they got two houses they need to sell. That's just the way this shit works. So if you feel like you don't want to make the calls, then come see me. We got a beta program that you can join that we can set shit up where you just get quality leads text to your phone every single day. I'm talking quality leads. We've been testing it for the last 4 months, and I'm telling you, I feel good about putting that out there as a product. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely text my phone. Anything you need tonight or anything that you need, listen, text the bat phone. I call it the bat phone. 202-335-3322. If you need $4 cold callers, we got you. Um, and like I said, if you're just trying to take your business to the next level and you don't feel like, you know, figuring all this out on your own, just give me a call and I see what I can do for you. Other than that, man, I want y'all to enjoy your weekend. Have a good, marvelous weekend. Next week we come right back with affiliate marketing, how to make money as an affiliate marketer. I know it's not what you think it is. I'm going to show you exactly how you can position yourself. You can set up a YouTube channel just like this. You can find products you like and love, and you can promote it, and they pay you really well for doing it. And the benefit of that is you don't have to hire employees. You don't have to worry about payroll. You don't have to worry about marketing, sales, none of that. All you got to do is do your part. Question: Raphael asks, uh, how you, how often, how often, how often, uh, you do your trainings on VAs, or just let them refer back to the videos and SOPs. So yeah, so because we have a VA agency, we have what we call learning lab. So our VAs go through that learning lab weekly, and then we have ongoing trainings, and then we have pre-recorded stuff they can watch, and then we have focus trainings like SMS management training, cold calling training, um, 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 language, English language training, teaching people how to speak better. We have so many in-house stuff that there's no one that's doing what we're doing, and if they is, they trying to mimic what we're doing, and we've been doing it way before them. We just don't publicly talk about a lot of stuff. But yeah, if you want to know how to train your VAs and take them to the next level, sign up for VA Mastery, Raphael. Most of the stuff in VA Mastery you can just get to the VAs and they can train with that. So I definitely would recommend you sign up for the VA Mastery ASAP. And we do these trainings all the time. So a lot of our VAs, they're more than welcome to come back to the training as much as they want, especially if they don't feel like, let's say, for example, their cold calling skills isn't as great, then guess what? They can come to Learning Lab 2-3 times a week. Obviously, if you want to pay them for that, or if they want to do it for free, I don't care. Our team is going to be there regardless because we always have people to train. And they only get that if they're part of the VA Mastery. It's like a country club membership. You only get certain amenities unless you're part of the country club. So that's what VA Mastery is. It's a country club for VAs to be able to learn and scale and go to the next level. Any other questions? Any other questions? Like I said, if you're interested, text me ASAP. Um, I'm gonna sit up here and enjoy this nighttime breeze. The one reason why I love this rooftop is because at night that breeze is so beautiful. I wish I could take this air and bottle it up and sell it. Any more questions before we get out of here? So we don't like each department. So we have a separate acquisition training. We do have an SMS training that we can provide you as well as cold calling. Our cold calling training is classroom based. They get a certificate. We have our own little Antoine County University. They get a certificate, and then they can come to the Learning Lab where they can actually practice and call real leads and get real life training. There's no training better than real life training. So if you're interested in the VA Mastery, sign up for it. And all that's a part of, even if you have existing VAs, we can cross train them. They can come into our program and learn as well. They can come through our whole entire real estate program to understand real estate 101, and then we move them down the ladder. Then we can do an in-house evaluation, If you don't like the VAs that you currently gave us, or we don't think that they can work out long term, then you can just hire a VA through us at no extra charge because you're part of the VA master. We currently don't have Central American VAs. We only focus on the Philippines, but we're launching our own platform that allow you to go and source your own VAs directly on our platform, similar to like Online Jobs PH, but it's going to be for everybody in the world. And we just pay a monthly fee to be able to use that platform. Any other questions? Bilingual. We do have a couple of Filipino VAs that we come across here and there that speak Spanish too, but we don't publicly advertise it because we don't want to make that an expectation that every VA can speak Spanish. But sometimes you get lucky, and if you make that a recommendation, we may have a VA that's available in our pool that can speak Spanish. But like I said, we don't advertise that um, as a service because it's not enough of them to, we got a lot of clients, so it won't make sense to advertise that because it'd be a burden on us to try to go source them. So I say, you remember me at the laundromat? Which laundromat? Which laundromat you referring to? Listen, I'm gonna enjoy this cigar. If I'm gonna give you about 45 more seconds. I know there's a few people typing and asking questions. I don't want to leave any questions out. But text my phone, man. If you're serious about doing business, if you're serious and not curious, text my phone. Do you give do you give KPIs and CRM set up in your course? Yeah, we show you KPIs and stuff, and we give you a KPI tracker. When it comes to CRM, um, we don't. I used to have a CRM called Prospect Vote. I mean, no, I used to have a CRM called Lead Vote, but we turned it to Prospect Vote. So if you're interested in Prospect Vote, go to prospectvote.io and sign up. Uh, and it's a good CRM system. You can do a little bit of everything in there. Prospectvote.io. Yeah, so go ahead over there, man. Check it out. We'll hook you up with a good price. And you get text messages for 1.5 cents. You can do a bulk text message to that as well. Any other questions? Well, listen, I'm going to enjoy this beautiful weather. Hopefully, I get some dinner. I catch you guys later. I appreciate you. I love you. Listen, go to CEO929.com and sign up. Just sign up on my list so you can be a part of my email list. So that way, when we offer these trainings, they'll be on YouTube. Now, when we start to move into a little more high level stuff, when I start to bring certain high level people on certain trainings, that's only going to be invite only trainings. So if you're not on my email list, you probably won't even know about the trainings. Also, we have in my inner circle dropping. If you want to learn how to become a successful entrepreneur in multiple different things, when it comes to digital marketing and online course selling and all that stuff, I definitely recommend that you uh, come on to my webinar. I'll probably be doing in the next 30 days, talking about our inner circle, as well as our challenge, right? We're going to be doing a couple of different challenges over the next 3 months. So once that information come out there with my team, definitely join the challenges. They probably be like $20, $30 to join, just to cover the cost of Facebook ads. But other than that, join the challenge. You know, we will definitely send out some, um, you know, information, to see what you want to learn in different challenges. We have a bunch of different people on my team that can really come and show you and teach you some things. So definitely come on and join our email list ASAP. But other than that, guys, listen, have a good night. Talk to you later. We'll keep this video up, watching the replay. If you're watching the replay, I appreciate you for taking time all the way through to watch the replay. If not, text me ASAP 202-335-3322. I definitely want to hook up 5 people with virtual assistants. I'll hook you up with a good deal too if you need virtual assistants. Talk to you soon.